12 noon on this Sunday afternoon, December 24th, 2017, Christmas Day afternoon. Start now for the Peter Channel News Report on this Sunday afternoon, December 24th, 2017. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 12 noon on this Christmas Eve afternoon. Top story on Peter Channel. New news report is North Korea says new UN sanctions and an act of war. No longer a lonely battle. How the campaign against the bill probe has taken hold. Judge partially lifts Trump administration ban on refugees. A teenager charged with killing his girlfriend's parents. They had word he was a neo-Nazi. A package for Stephen Mnuchin caused the bomb scare. It turned out to be filled with horse manure. Christmas Eve, snow and ice expected across much of the U.S. Typhoon Tempest flash flooding landslides killed over 100 in the Philippines. Putin opponent Alexei Navalny launches presidential bid. Philippines small fire, 1 dead, dozens missing in Bethlehem, a mood of helpless resignation among Palestinians. 4 people killed in twin-engine plane crash at Puerto Florida airport. President Trump wishes the troops a Merry Christmas. Joan Walsh joined CNN after being dropped by MSNBC. FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe plans to retire in early 2018 when he becomes eligible for a full pension or surgery, to the official said. As Amazon wraps up furniture and appliance business, Home Depot is sweating. UFO, no, it's a space rocket. Blind Baba Vanga predicted 9/11 and ISIS has 2 stunning prophecies for 2018. Graphene sheet can dodge a bullet as it turns hard during impact. Peter Chodu's storm is 12:01 on this Sunday afternoon, 7:30 for Sport. The New England Patriots will be squaring off against the Buffalo Bills at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Game time, 1 o'clock. Tampa Bay Bucks the preferred destination and a John Gruden return. Teams complained that Packers violate injury reserve will think that Aaron Rodgers should be released. Josh Rosen prefers Giants over the Browns, will destinate in the draft if Cleveland commits to him. And high school Warriors go 3 of 27 in downtown, 11-game win streak over. Peter Chodu's storm is 12:01 on this Sunday afternoon, Christmas Eve afternoon, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Beep beep! Let's study off on the MBTA where it's looking good in the subway, commuter rail, and the ferries. Okay, looking at it, the highways and byways of New England. In Rhode Island, it is 146 of the northbound side, Little Slope around Route 104 out and off Smithfield. 79 southbound side, Little Slope just around Route 24 out in Fall River. Route 6 on the westbound side, Little Slope around Route 25 out in Bourne. And looking at the Gillette Stadium area, Route 1 on both ends of back between 140 and Foxborough all the way up to Route 95 in Sharon. And North Street and Basin Street is closed to residential traffic, and Beach Street and Foxborough is closed to residential traffic between Mechanic Street and North Street. I just witnessed that a few minutes ago. Mechanic Street is backed up between 95 and Sharon all the way at Beach Street. Route 1 is backed up between 140 and Foxborough and 95 in the Sharon Walpole area. So expect some delays around that area of Gillette Stadium and Foxborough. During and after the Patriots game, in 95 southbound side, so 120 Kenton all the way at the Deposit Street and Norwood, 7 Expressway southbound side, it's all from Quincy on and the Braintree split, 7 Expressway southbound side, so around the Dorchester stretch, and 83 at the northbound side, Lewis around the Mass and exit in Boston, Callan Tunnel, northbound side, a little slow, 120 at the northbound side, Lewis around 2A in Lexington, 485 at the northbound side, it's all around 290 in 290 eastbound side, and 495 southbound side, so around the Marlboro area. 393 and 95 are looking good from 128 to the New Hampshire border. 495 at the southbound side, little so around Route 97 in April. Mass Pike eastbound side, little so before I-84 in Sturbridge, but it's looking good in central Massachusetts. 91 southbound side, little so around the Springfield stretch. 84 eastbound side, little so after Route 8 in Waterbury, and Otherwise, highways and byways in Connecticut are looking good. Up in New Hampshire, it's looking good. And the highways and byways of Vermont, North Germany, except States A789, southbound side, Little Sword, Virginia, more than upstate New York and Vermont. And onward for down the northbound side, so the sub Quebec there towards Montreal, 95 on the southbound side. It is slow from the Bronx all the way down to George Washington Bridge in New York City. Peter Childers time is 12:04 on this Sunday afternoon, Christmas Eve afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. And looking at the radar satellite loop, and it shows cloud cover for much of the region, for the New England region. And take a look at the radar satellite loop around the country, shows some snow from St. Louis all the way through Illinois, including Chicago, northern Indiana, and northwestern Ohio, and southern western portion of Michigan, and southern Wisconsin, and eastern Iowa. And raining around Memphis, and a lot of rain showers from Georgia through the Carolinas. And gonna use the Futurecast. Just looking at the Futurecast, and the snow is gonna still be in the Great Lakes by 2 o'clock, while the rain will be in the Carolinas, and then 3 o'clock, 4, 5 o'clock will be still in the Great Lakes, and Pittsburgh will get into the snow mixed by about 7 o'clock. And it'll be raining for much of the coastal Mid-Atlantic by about 9 o'clock, while it'll be snowing for much of western New York, including the Buffalo area. And then 10 o'clock, it'll be in New York City. And then midnight, snow will be in central western portions of Massachusetts. And then the rain will make its way towards eastern Pennsylvania, New York, and coastal Connecticut and Rhode Island by about 2 a.m. And then the closer look at it shows it'll be raining for much of the overnight on Christmas morning. And when the dust settles, expect 0 to 1 inch for much of eastern Massachusetts, 3 to 4 inches, 2 to 4 inches for much of Boston and Points North, and 4 to 6 inches from northeastern Massachusetts and central and western Mass, while 1 and 2 inches for much of Connecticut, except the 3, 4 in Windsor and Torrington, and 6 to 8 inches. The jackpot will be the Route 2 quarter from Fitchburg down to Greenfield with 6 to 8 inches of snow. And maximum wind gusts up around 40 to 45 miles an hour throughout the afternoon tomorrow, so expect winds to be gusting on Christmas afternoon, and we are under a wind advisory from 1 to 7 p.m. in all of southern New England except south coastal Massachusetts and Rhode Island, including Cape Cod and the Islands. Winds west at 20 to 25 miles an hour, gusts up to 45 miles an hour. Timing Monday evening. Potential for down tree limbs and branches as power outages are possible. Okay, forecast goes like this. Today, mostly got about 37 degrees, north for about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Tonight, a chance of snow between 9 p.m. and midnight, then rain and snow and sleet, low and 30 degrees at northeast wind, increase at 5 to 9 miles an hour, and evening winds could gust as 23 miles an hour, with a chance of 100%, little no circulation expected for Christmas Day, rain like before 10 a.m., then a chance of snow between 10 a.m. and noon, clouds skies about mid-morning, then a gradual clearing level, higher 37 degrees, and northeast wind about 7 to 12 miles an hour, became a west of 13 to 18 miles in the morning, winds could gust as 39 miles an hour, chance of is 6%, little no circulation expected for Monday night, mostly could about 20 degrees, and west about 6 to 14 miles and gust as 33 miles an hour for Tuesday, mostly sunny, and most could about 20 to about 13 degrees, and west about 7 to 9 miles and gust as 20 miles an hour for Thursday. For Wednesday, most sunny, most crisp about 22 to about 6 above. For Thursday, sunny, podcast got about 17 to about 4 above. For Friday, put the sunny, the most crisp about 18 to about 11 above. Chance of 40% for Friday night. And Saturday, chance of snow, most crisp got about 24 degrees. And chance of is 50%. And that's going to be it for the Peter channel. New news reporting this December 24th, 2017 on the Christmas Eve afternoon. I'm PJ. Wish we have a good afternoon. Goodbye today to all. See you at 5 o'clock for 5 o'clock report. And go back!